So when you first got here, what was your first impression of Philly and the whole city?
The first impression I had was driving across the bridge and heading to the old practice facility, which was probably the worst in the NBA at the time.
Really?
And I was kind of shocked, and I wasn't looking forward to it. And then I kind of saw the city and was amazed because it's a great city. A lot of culture behind it. The people were great, and the fans were true fans. So that side of it was great. And then once the new facility came into play, it was perfect.
What kinds of things do you do around here? Like after you've gotten past like the history of the city, what kinds of things can you do around Philly?
I think when I have time, I'm usually just hanging out at home.
Yeah.
Because I don't get much time at home, and when I have it, I usually just like to chill out and play video games, watch TV, movies, things like that. My parents live down the road, so they usually come over and cook breakfast or dinner, things like that.
Let's quickly talk about Joel Embiid and just your relationship with him. What's it like off the court? Because we see what you guys can do together on the court. Off the court, is he the same kind of bubbly, kind of,
yeah,
has that contagious personality?
He's a fun person to be around. A lot of jokes with him. Once he's on the court, he's a serious guy who wants to win. He's a competitor.
Has that ever been an issue? Because he jokes around a lot.
Right.
Is it
He's
difficult?
Joke too much though, like to the point where it's too much. Like once we're on the court, it's we're all serious.
So he's got that line. He's found the perfect line between being a jokester.
Some guys don't have that line where they go overboard, and you have to kind of like put them in their place.
Joel always speaks about how plays in the NBA never going to actually hit you.
Right.
Are you worried that you're going to get that one player who overreacts or?
No.
Never?
I mean, if he does that, then he's going to be out for a while. So no one comes to a game like this fight. I see why they want to fight Joe though, because no one can guard him. So I mean, that does get frustrating. But the guys who do want to fight, obviously the guys aren't good enough.
The big question that everyone's always going to ask is, when you look at the impressive duos over the years, you got Kobe and Shaq, guys like that, and obviously there was some tension between them. Do you ever envision tension between you guys ever arising, or have you already spoken about that to the point where like
we realize we need each other? So it's one of those things where I think guys get too caught up in themselves, where one guy wants to be a superstar, but at the same time you need a few guys who are at that level to win championships. And Joe knows that, I know that, and the coach knows that. So we've had multiple meetings about that. We both know we need each other. So me seeing him do well makes me happy because that means my team's doing well. So I know he doesn't get caught up in that either.
You two as kind of a duo, the light and shade of like him being all outrageous with some of the stuff he says and you're quite mellow. Do you think that's why you guys work so well together?
I think so, yeah. I think, he loves the crowd getting hyped and the trolling and stuff on Twitter and Instagram, things like that. But I kind of just watch it because that's not me. But at the same time, I go to battle for him.
Who's the toughest player you've gone up against?
LeBron.
Really?
I say LeBron, yeah, for sure. His first game, he definitely was trying to make a statement. And then, once I played him the first time, we went to Cleveland, I kind of, had a feel for the game, and I was, I wasn't worried about that.
In that first matchup against LeBron, he obviously had it out for you to start the game.
Yeah.
I think it was like 13 straight points on you. Is that in your head the next time you guys match up? You've obviously played it twice now, but the next time, is that kind of...
the first few plays I was going at him, and whoever was on me, so kind of got my little revenge, but next time I play him, it's definitely going to be different.
Was it weird playing him to start off? Because obviously
I didn't know what to expect. He's strong, but how strong can he be? He's quick, but I don't know how quick he is, how fast he is. And then I realized he was pretty strong and quick and fast.
So was that just a weird moment for you? Because you'd seen him play on TV, you probably worked out with him, and then you got to know him as a human being.
Right.
But then playing against him,
it's like you got cool Bron who just hangs out, and then you got Jim Bron, and then you got game Bron, which is completely different to any Bron I've seen. So playing against him was like a different person. He's calculated on the court. He knows every play from every team, which is kind of frustrating. But he's a great player.
There are a lot of rumors all the time about LeBron to the Sixers. Would you rather have LeBron as your teammate, or would you rather the competitive person in you want to match up against LeBron?
I love playing against him. I love to play with him. I think that would be a lot of fun, just because we both have different games and unique games. So whatever happens, happens. But whoever I'm playing against, I want to go at.